Boom.
In this business, okay, you use a lot of lubricants, okay, and there are many grades, viscosities, different purposes for different lubricants. Okay, this is a dense grease. Okay, this is a high temperature grease, and I use this on bearings that turn very quickly, motor bearings of such where it's appropriate to apply them. Okay, and this grease is kind of like this lithium grease, which is the same, has much of the same properties as the high temperature grease. They have a little bit of difference between the two of them, but they both do the same job. They make a moving part move smoothly and without abrasion. A lighter type of grease, which is a penetrating oil. This is actually a multi-purpose lube oil, and this is considerably thinner than the grease is, but in fact the grease is somewhat of a distilled oil. That's exactly what it is. Just like you drink the fine port wines, which is in the sherries and the cognacs, they're all distilled wines, but they call them something else because they're thicker. Well, this hasn't been distilled yet into grease. So this is kind of like grease, but it's oil. Okay, and this is a white lithium grease, which I use to spray in where I can't put this in with my finger. And what else we have? Here I have a very, very fine penetrating oil. Okay, this will sit on a rusty bolt for 20 minutes and work its way in through the rust and hopefully free up the rusted bolt. And this is probably the finest of oils you can get. I mean, you think of cooking in the kitchen, there's angel hair pasta, then there's heavier spaghetti, or fusilli, or rigatoni. Angel hair. Okay. Oils in between. Your motor oils are in between. This is probably what you use in your car. This is an SAE, Standard American Exchange, 10W30 weight, multi-viscosity oil. And this is used in most of our cars. Probably use 4 to 5 quarts, maybe 6, depending on the size of your engine. Another variation of that is a 5W30, another multiple viscosity, and I use this primarily in snowblowers. The difference between the 10W30 and the 5W30 is the viscosity of this oil when it is cold. When it is cold, it does not thicken up as much as the 10W30 would. Of course, your car starter motor is powerful enough to turn a thicker oil into a start sequence. The 5W30 is designed to be for snowblowers, one application, and to remain a light viscosity or thickness, okay, in very cold weather. The top number there, the 30 there, is that it will never surpass that 30 viscosity index. Okay, what else do we have? We have what you use in your lawnmower is just a straight SAE 30 weight. The difference between these two oils and a 30 weight oil, straight 30 weight oil, is that the 30 weight oil is not a multi-viscosity oil and thickens up with the colder the temperature becomes. At 30 degrees, it's almost impossible to start your lawnmower because the oil has become so thick in the crankcase that you won't be able to pull the cylinder around to start the machine. Well, that's the difference between 30 weight and a 5W30 for your snowblower and the 30 weight, and this in your car all the time. And that's pretty much it for lubricants, but you're going to use lubricants along the way. This is just show and tell. This is a grease gun. It's basically this stuff, loaded into a tube that's inserted here, and I can pump this this gun here in through a grease fitting on your machine, wherever grease fittings are located. And that's about it, Christopher. Is there anything else you want to know about grease?
What's the one in the front?
And who?
No, not that one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
What is this? Oh. This is a moisture barrier and electrical lubricant. This lubricant is probably finer than this penetrating oil. In fact, we can look to see if it really is. It's a very, very fine oil. And it looks like it's got a little bit of staying power. In other words, it's not going to evaporate in a year. I think it'll still be around. And it seems, by the description on the can, that it's specifically for electrical lubricant, I suppose, relays and solenoids and step motors. Haven't used it yet. I don't fix any of that stuff.